You are listening to the Feedback
Podcast with my homie Back.
Look at the ACVB, which pretty much owns the moniker, right? Live music capital of the world. Like they're in charge of the tourism. When people come to Austin, whether you're a business and you're looking for hotels, looking to see what's happening, what are some of the iconic music venues, and here's some links to KUTX, and here's some links to some other organizations. But there are a separate entity from the government. They have their own team, they have their own marketing team, they have their own financing, I would assume, and they take in money from the hotel occupancy tax, correct?
Yes.
So, but because they're their own entity, they have more flexibility on how to operate. So would it make sense to have something similar to that, but just in charge of music, where it takes things, off your hands and off the, things that still have to go through city council, of course, but at least marketing music, the right way, and just focusing on that, whether exporting our artists outside of Austin, working with businesses. We have Google, we have Microsoft, we have Facebook. So there's a lot of players and a lot of people operating in silos. And when we need collaboration, it seems that there's so much going on that it's overwhelming. And we're looking for, okay, who can we look up to that can help us connect the dots?
I think that makes really good sense.
And good sense to that.
No. And it's something I hope that we actually fund here before the year's over.
Really?
So one of the debates that we have in this community right now is whether or not to expand the convention center. Mm-hmm. People are on all sides of that issue. Mm-hmm. My concerns with expanding convention center is that we create another kind of dead space in downtown. Mm-hmm. The ground floor of the convention center right now, you don't have a lot of restaurants or retail, so it's kind of dead area for pedestrians in that area. The second concern is that when you do an expansion, you can screw up the grid system of roads because you place things on multiple blocks. Mm-hmm. And the last concern I have is that we're losing the ad valorem tax revenue that comes from the height, being able to put towers on that property. And we need that ad valorem tax revenue in order to be able to fund pocket parks throughout the city or clinics throughout the city, the things we use the general fund for. So the convention center now has come back and said, okay, how about a design where the bottom two floors are retail, restaurant, pedestrian space. And the convention center, in essence, floats in floors 3 through 7. And then we have, on top of that, towers that get built up so that you still have the private ad valorem
like a private residence
use. Well, it could be office buildings or whatever it is that generates property tax revenue for the city to be able to spend. Well, that hits my concerns with the convention center. But then I said, if we're actually going to do that, how do we use the convention center as a tool to be able to raise funding that we wouldn't otherwise be able to raise if we didn't do a convention center? So a convention center on its own brings in money for hotels, for people who run restaurants, for 100,000 people that are related to that work. But how can we use it to actually generate an income stream to be able to finish out the phase 2 and 3 of the MAC, for example? Or how do we raise the money to be able to fund on several $1 million of income every year to be put not to music, not the cultural arts music, not the nonprofit music, which we're already funding, but to create a separate income stream to actually work on the music industry.
I'm gonna work with you.
And that's the idea. In fact, that's the idea that we've been talking about, and just came out from a task force looking at the hot tax. I'm going to post something here in the next few days publicly on the bulletin board with the council, where I'm going to be looking at all the different funding streams, all the different projects, and I'm going to put them all on one page and say, we could actually do this. We could deliver improving 6th Street. We could improve doing something in the entertainment district at 9th and Red River. We could actually fund preservation downtown. We do something with the Palm School. We can bring online the Waller Creek Linear Park. That would be something for the entire city to be able to use. Create another venue, by the way, for music performance in the city, where we could do all that right now. And one big component of it, I think, is what you're talking about.
Wow.
You just ruined us. He's gonna be talking about that for the next couple months.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for a year.